So, Gen V Season 2, Episode 5 begins with Cipher going through a routine of caring for a very crispy Godolkin. This is until our favorite character appears, Sister Sage. And it doesn't take her 5 seconds before she starts calling Einstein a racist.
Einstein was a racist.
Racist?
Now I feel like I speak for a lot of people when I say that this character is just the worst. She isn't funny, likable, or even intelligent, and that's her entire power set. Now I'm not surprised at her appearance in this sludge of a television show, nor am I shocked at her dialogue, but that doesn't make it any less painful.
Because I'm not wearing some vaguely racist supersuit.
Y'all just think I'm stupid, poor white trash.
I don't think you're poor.
Plus, I'm a black woman who is 1,000 times smarter than you. Your ego can't handle it.
Presented my research to those satisfied fat crackers.
Hollywood's trained people to fall in love with white boy lone saviors.
Einstein was a racist.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Nobody is going to become an activist because they heard you shit on Albert Einstein. But I digress. So it's revealed that Sage and Cipher have a bit of a romance, and the two bang it out right in front of Godolkin. Now in the last episode, it was revealed that Cipher has some kind of telekinetic ability as he easily dominates Jordan during the fight, despite the fact that he doesn't possess any compound V. So it would seem that Godolkin may be controlling Cipher and using him as a proxy. This is why Godolkin gets the cup chair, and is also why Cipher has such a high pain tolerance, as of course Godolkin was burned alive. I assume his grand plan is to get Marie to heal his body so he can live normally again. Maybe this is the key to immortality. But hey, it's just a theory, and I'm not sure why I'm taking the time to explain this crappy show, so moving on. So we pick up right after the fight, and Cipher again tries to recruit Marie in order to unlock her full potential. Okay, I know you're the bad guy and everything, but wouldn't it be wiser to get Marie to trust you? After all, you could give her plenty of offers that would make her way more sympathetic towards you. You could lie and say that you're secretly working against the Supes and Homelander. You could offer to let Marie and her friends leave God U if she does what you want. You could explain that her powers could be used to heal people instead of being extremely vague and menacing. You could offer her money, stability, and a way for her to get out of this very dangerous situation that she's in. As I previously stated, we can assume that Cipher wants Marie to heal this human cigarette. So it would make more sense to try to get Marie to like you before making her even more powerful. But what am I saying? If you can simply dominate a person's mind and even use their powers, then why not just take over Marie's body? Surely that would be the easiest thing to do, right?
Yeah.
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 But then we wouldn't have a show because the story would be over. This is the problem with giving characters such overpowered abilities. You get gaping plot holes instead of a cohesive story. Which of course brings us to the biggest walking plot hole of them all, Kate. So after trying to spy on Cipher in the last episode, Kate is brought to the superhero prison. She is then stripped and searched by 2 armed guards. Not sure why there isn't a huge team of armed soldiers here, considering the massive risk of containing a superhuman, but I'm sure nothing bad will. Oh, she almost got away. What is happening here? So Kate uses her glitchy powers to get this guy to tase himself in the balls, and then this chick tries to stop him, only to get tased herself.
Not a great plan.
Why wouldn't you restrain Kate when she can brainwash you? She has 1 arm and she looks skinny as hell. It can't be that hard. Kate is just sitting there without a collar on, and you just run past her. Oh, fuck it. While we're on the topic of this character, let's talk about how she makes 0 sense. Now, Kate's ability is also mind control. If she touches you, then she can force you to do anything. And I mean anything. Now, I already pointed this out in my Boys Season 4 review, but this power is insanely broken and it destroys the plot, as Kate can just fix anything she wants in mere moments. Now, the writers were wise enough to essentially nuke her powers this season, however, it still doesn't save the plot. In the beginning of this season, it's revealed that Kate is working for Cipher, so why didn't he have Kate brainwash the group before releasing them? If she had done that, then they could have all hunted down Marie. Jordan and Sam could have held Marie down, and all Kate has to do is touch her and tell her to obey Cipher. And sure, this effect isn't permanent, but why not have Kate on standby, ready to brainwash the entire group anytime they get out of hand? Just a rinse and repeat strategy until Cipher gets what he wants. After all, this is what she's been doing to the group throughout Season 1. Hell, she can even manipulate memories and emotions. So why not get her to rewrite their entire account of what happened before the start of Season 2? This way, Cipher would solve all of his problems. He wouldn't have any rebellious students to deal with, and Marie would be under his control. The possibilities with these powers are actually insane once you start to realize all the ways they could be implemented. The fact that these two characters have the ability to control people's minds and fail to use them properly makes everything feel flimsy and idiotic. So let's cover Sam's arc this episode. So Sam returns home and is reunited with his parents. Understandably, things are a bit intense as this kid is practically a walking time bomb, but despite this, the dad seems happy to see him. It was actually pretty refreshing to see a fairly positive father-son relationship. They, like Sam, have lost a lot and were manipulated by Vought. And it's shown that they gave Sam Compound V in an effort to cure him of his schizophrenia. Not the smartest move, but hey, they had good intentions. And overall, I have nothing really to complain about here. The character work is well done, the acting is fine, and this plotline added a lot of heart to the show, something it desperately needs at this point. So good job, Gen V, you managed not to cringe me out and actually got me to care about some of these characters. Meanwhile, Marie, Jordan, and Emma have a long chat about their feelings before finally deciding that they're gonna have to free Kate from prison. Emma tries to enlist the help of Sam for this dangerous mission, but he declines. Which, when you think about it, is a pretty insane thing for Emma to ask of him, considering all Kate has done to ruin his life specifically. She was the main reason his brother died, she made him break up with Emma, and she brainwashed him for months. But whatever, the melodrama in this show is always at an all-time high, and the characters are about as consistent as my shit after eating something spicier than ketchup.
What's that? Say that again?
Anyway, so Emma, Jordan, and Marie go off to save Kate, and they are immediately ambushed. You see, this was all part of Cipher's plan to have Marie locked up so he could get her to improve her powers. Why did he not just do this right away then? Why go through this convoluted plan of luring the characters to the prison when he could have had them arrested the entire time? I mean, he threatens to do it almost every episode. Well, those kinds of questions are for people who like to think about the content they watch, and not for the people this show was made for. While in prison, our heroines, and Ladyboy, have another good old heart-to-heart. It's pretty grueling to have to listen to these characters go on and on about how shitty their lives are. They are constantly complaining about everything. And I know that's rich coming from me, but on the other hand, I'm not the protagonist of a superhero show.
You're goddamn right.
But anyway, Cipher reveals that he's been holding Marie's sister hostage in order to get her to cooperate. Again, the mind control thing would be super useful here, but whatever. I'm just not going to think about it. Meanwhile, Kate finds a way to escape by unlocking her collar with one of her head staples. Ugh. Kate then frees everyone, and they attempt to save Marie's sister. Jordan, however, is suspicious as there's no guards or alarms going off when they escape. I mean, from what I've seen so far, the security here sucks dick, but I'm glad somebody noticed. It's finally revealed that this is also part of Cipher's plan. You see, he wanted Marie to escape so she could find her sister with her neck slit open. This forces Marie to use her powers to save her, revealing her true potential, as the show likes to say.
Miracles. Miracles beyond your imagination.
So it seems that Marie has the power to resurrect people. And I'm totally sure this won't have any problems going forward with the whole story and when it comes to the consequences of death or anything. Now, of course, maybe her sister wasn't actually dead, but simply close to it. But this still leaves the question, why have the fake-out escape? Why risk having all these super powerful people get out of their cells? Why do any of it? I mean, all Cipher had to do was shoot this chick in front of Marie, and it would have been the same result. Oh yeah, and Andre's dad finds out Cipher killed his son and he has a seizure. I almost forgot to mention him because it seems like the show does as well. Now from this analysis, you can probably sense that I don't love Gen V. And you'd be right. At best, the show is a forgettable mess that keeps you mildly entertained. But at worst, it's a hate-filled, disingenuous attempt at satire that simply wants to throw talking points and stylish politics in your face. The plot, if you can call it that, is filled with so many holes that it makes the Battle of Verdun look like a peaceful meadow. The characters, on the other hand, are mostly boring, whiny, and shallow, and all anybody can talk about is how depressed they are. But hey, this show is written for my generation after all, so we'll just have to see if it gets better next week, won't we? Until then, I'm gonna attempt to find a more enjoyable piece of television to waste my time with. But right now, that would be more difficult than you'd think.